Hello everyone. This is Tay coming back with you with another video. This video is kind of spur of the moment. Okay, you all don't know this. I made a video, but I wasn't able to put it up because it was too long. But I am in my renewed walk with God. Okay. So I'm saved. I am pursuing the closest I can get with Him, with reading my Bible whenever I can, praise, worshiping. I have some saints in my family. Those have become my friends. I've cut off all of the people I used to talk to, everything. But I'm gonna make another video about that. Okay. With that being said, okay, I don't know if y'all believe in the power of words, but this sister do. Okay, so with that being said, I have a puppy. Well, she's not really a puppy. She's really small. She's a Mexican Chihuahua. Oh my gosh, my eyebrows. I'm gonna make a makeup video after this, but she's a Mexican Applehead Chihuahua, and she roughly weighs 4 pounds, so she's really small. So I just call her a puppy. She has never had any issues with fleas. One, because I never had her around other dogs. Because for one, she thinks she's human, so she don't even really be interested in animals. So I took her over my great aunt's house, also a Saint Mary. I took her over there, and she kind of mingled with some of her puppies and got some fleas on her. So I've been doing everything I could to get the fleas off. I tried Clorox water. Now, when you do that, you have to be really careful. At least a cap full, no more than that, of Clorox in the water. Put some warm water in there, sat her in there, scrubbed her. And each time I did it, I was still finding fleas and eggs on her. I was like, God, come on, please help me. And with my puppy is like my baby. So I was really bothered by how miserable she was, itching and everything. So she didn't want to be in her basket because she was miserable. She wanted to be next to me. So I got her and I put her in the bed with me, and she was just scratching. She was so miserable. And at that time, I think I thought I got all the fleas off of her because I searched over and over again and I couldn't find any fleas. So I put her in my lap, and I put my hands on her. Again, y'all, I say that I do believe in the power of words, especially if Jesus is behind it. I put my hands on her, and I was like, Father God, I ask that you relieve my puppy of this affliction that she has on her from these fleas and these eggs. I pray that you be with me, and I now command these fleas and these eggs to die and to fall off. I command this affliction to go to hell. I command these fleas and these eggs to die. I command these fleas and these eggs in the word of Jesus and the power of God. I command these fleas to die. And I kept saying it, and I kept saying that. Even when she fell asleep, I was still saying that. So this morning, she was still really miserable. So I took her to the vet. They had this pill that she could take that'll stay in her system for about a month, and it'll kill the fleas. But it had to build up in her system for a full 24 hours, so it can get in her bloodstream and everything. Well, for one, they had to pretty much wrestle her down to get her to eat it. And by the time we got her home, she vomited up. So I was like, perfect. So I called the vet, and the vet was like, okay, we'll come back in tomorrow, and we'll give you another one free of charge. And I was like, well, I just crumble it up in her food. Okay, well, with that being said, I prayed the prayer, and I spoke His power and words into existence. I spoke them, but I didn't continue with that. I took her to the vet. So it's kind of like, well, what was the purpose of you praying that if you were just going to take her to the vet? Well, she vomited up, washed the covers and everything, and I let her take a nap with me. Well, after that, she woke up. I woke up. I put her in her basket and everything, and I was going to make a video. Which today I'm going to make 2 videos. One, a makeup tutorial, and the second one is going to be on psoriasis. So I put her in her basket, and I got my Bible, and I was getting ready to read, and I was searching some stuff up on, no, I didn't get my Bible, that was a lie. I was looking up online about psoriasis so I could make a video on it. And I looked on the cover, and I saw this dead flea. Well, at first I thought it was alive, so I'm like scrambling to get to it, and it was already dead. So I picked it up, and I got a cup of Clorox, and I dropped it in Clorox. That's a good way to kill a flea. If you find a flea, drop it in some Clorox, and it'll kill it right away. So I dropped it in the Clorox. I got back in my bed. And also, with this being said, I don't want people to think that my house is flea infested, because it's not. You know, this is just something that happened to her recently. No one else in the house has been bit. All the fleas have basically been with her, which usually fleas prefer animals over humans. So with that being said, I'm going to continue. So I dropped it in the water, and I was looking at it, and I was like, well, it was dead. So I got back on my bed, started to look some more stuff up on psoriasis, and I saw another flea. So I was kind of staring at it. I was like, is it alive or what? So I reached over and I picked it up, and it was dead. And I dropped it in the Clorox, and I was standing right there. I was like, you know what, Jesus, our praise go to you, because that pill that I gave her, she vomited that up within an hour. So that didn't even have time enough to be digested yet, because she vomited up. Plus it takes a full 24 hours for it to get in her bloodstream. That was Jesus, y'all. I don't care what nobody say. And I got some scriptures I want to read to y'all to confirm what I say as far as power in words. Okay, the first one I read, I'm going to try to make this hurry up, because it says it has to be 15 minutes. The first one, well, I'm going to say this. All of them are coming from St. Matthew's. And I only read the King James Version. I don't mess with that new translation and all of that, because I want to hear what Jesus said. I don't want to hear what Jesus said and then y'all turn around and say what he said. I don't want to hear that. So I use King James Version. Okay, with that being said, the first one I'm going to read is St. Matthew's chapter 10 verse 1, and this is when he gives his disciples the power of words. Okay, let me hurry up. Okay, chapter 10 verse 1 through St. Matthew's. It says, and when he called unto him his 12 disciples, he gave them power against unclean spirits to cast them out, and to heal all manners of sickness and all manners of diseases. Okay, so basically with that being said, he was able to do that. He was able to heal people through words, touching them, cast out demons, evil spirits, unclean spirits, afflictions. He was able to do all of that. But as he was going through all these different cities, all these different towns, there were so many people coming to him. So what he did was he gave his 12 disciples, which were Simon, who was called Peter, Andrew, his brother James, the son of Zebedee, and John, his brother, Philip and Bartholomew, Thomas and Matthew, the publican, James, the son of Alphaeus, and Lebbaeus, whose surname was Thaddeus, Simon the Canaanite, and Judas Iscariot, I don't know if I said that right, who also betrayed him. So he gave all of them the power of words to do what he did, and to go out in these other nations and to heal all these different people while he's doing the same thing. So that was the purpose of that. Okay, so now I'm going to go to St. Matthew's chapter 17 verse 14 through 23. Now this is got mixed up, y'all. Give me 1 second. Okay, this one is called The Disciples' Unbelief. Now in this story, it's about a man that comes to Jesus begging him to help his son who's been afflicted with these demons, devils. And after Jesus cast them out, the disciples come to him and they ask him, they're like, Jesus, how come you were able to cast them out but we weren't, and you gave us the same power that you have? So this is what he says. Okay, it's called The Disciples' Unbelief. Matthew chapter 17 verse 14 through 23. And it says, and when they were come to the multitude, they came to him, a certain man, kneeling down to him, and saying, Lord, have mercy on my son, for he is lunatic, and a sore vexed. For oftentimes he falleth into the fire, and oft into the water. Basically, he's saying his son has basically lost his mind, and he falls into fire, he's fallen into water. These devils in him have tried to burn him alive, have tried to drown him. And I brought him to thy disciples, and they could not cure him. Then Jesus answered and said, O faithless and perverse generation, how long shall I be with you? How long shall I suffer you? Bring him hither to me. Basically, he's saying, oh my gosh, how many times do I have to do this? How many times do I have to tell y'all that y'all need to build y'all faith up? This is a perverse and faithless generation. Bring your son here, basically what he's saying. And Jesus rebuked the devil, and he departed out of him, and the child was cured from that very hour. So within that hour, those demons left that child. Well, I can't say child because I don't know if he's, well, yeah, it does say child. Okay, it's his child. Then came the disciples of Jesus apart and said, why could not we cast him out? So basically like, Jesus, how come we can cast him out? And Jesus said unto them, because of your unbelief, for verily I say unto you, if ye have faith as a grain of mustard seed, a mustard seed is very small, y'all, ye shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. So basically he's saying, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can tell a mountain, remove yourself from this place to the next, and it will. Then it says, howbeit this kind goeth not out but by prayer and fasting. So basically he's saying that this demon was not going to leave unless the person that's doing these things has prayer and fasting. And while they abode in Galilee, Jesus said unto them, the Son of Man shall be betrayed into the hands of men, and they shall kill him, and the third day he will rise again. And they were exceedingly sorry. Okay, so that's the first one I wanted to read to you. So that was when he was giving the power of words. Well, not giving, but when the disciples were giving the power of word, but because they did not believe it, it didn't work. Okay, so the next one is St. Matthew chapter 17, verse 22. Wait, that can't be right. I'm sorry, y'all. I had that so wrong. It's actually St. Matthew's chapter 21, verse 17 through 22. Okay, it's called the cursing of the fig tree. And he left them and went out of the city of Bethany, and he lodged there. Now in the morning, as he returned into the city, he hungered. He became hungry, y'all. And when he saw a fig tree in the way, he came to it, and found nothing thereon but leaves only, and said unto it, let no fruit grow on thee henceforward forever. And presently the fig tree withered away. And when the disciples saw it, they marveled, saying, how soon is the fig tree withered away? Jesus answered and said unto them, verily I say unto you, if ye have faith, and doubt not, ye shall not only do these which is done to the fig tree, but also if ye shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed, and be cast into the sea, and it shall be done. And all things whatsoever ye shall ask in prayer, believing, ye shall receive. So basically, y'all, what happened is the fig tree. Now, I'm not sure how this works, but after the leaves are produced, figs are supposed to be produced. but it was in season for figs, but there were no figs. So, oh, actually, this one's about to run out, so I'm going to make a part 2, so stay tuned, people.